Is it finally time to give up on Cardano ADA? When Cardano was enjoying the pretty gains and moonshots in prices, this kind of question would have been considered weird. But right now, Cardano is no longer giving investors the drive they felt about it during the 2021 bull run. Cardano ADA is just like a bland meal in this bearish season. Better days may not be ahead. A prominent market analyst, Benjamin Cowan, known for his expertise, recently delivered a candid assessment of the cryptocurrency landscape. In recent social media posts, Cowan challenged the prevailing optimism surrounding altcoins while offering a realistic view of Bitcoin's future. According to Cowan, Bitcoin's dominance has remained consistently strong throughout 2023, with no weekly close below its bull market support band. He argued that this stability has debunked the reoccurring narrative of an impending alt season, as previously each surge in alternative to Bitcoin cryptocurrencies has been short-lived, ending in a decline within weeks. He tweeted, #Bitcoin dominance has not had a weekly close below its bull market support band for all of 2023. Every quote-unquote alt season narrative so far this year eventually died a few weeks later. Dominance will likely keep rising for the rest of the year. Taking a closer look at Cowan's analysis, there is a sobering truth for altcoin enthusiasts to note. Major players like Solana, Ethereum, AVAX, and ADA repeatedly trailed behind Bitcoin in terms of performance throughout the year. Even in Q4, Cowan remains cautious, indicating that substantial altcoin gains are unlikely. However, he seems to be in between. Despite acknowledging that Bitcoin's price chart may not exhibit extraordinary peaks too, he remains unperturbed. He argues that every alt season narrative has been met with a local top for both Bitcoin and altcoins, suggesting that expectations need to be grounded in reality. "I'm fine with that," he said. So his overall outlook for the crypto market, especially altcoins, is pessimistic until the summer of 2024. He attributes this bearish sentiment to a draining liquidity trend affecting various financial markets, including the crypto sphere. There is a glimmer of hope, though. He indicated that a potential market transformation could occur if the US Federal Reserve adjusts its monetary policy towards quantitative easing. Simply put, there may be freedom in printing money again. There's been so much bullish expectations for Bitcoin lately, and it's probably because we are inching towards 2024, which is touted to be a bull year. Many predictions have been laid out, both wild and simple ones. Financial educator and Rich Dad Poor Dad author Robert Kiyosaki just set the crypto community on fire with his recent social media post, claiming that Bitcoin's next stop is an eye-popping $135,000. Just like that. This came as the flagship cryptocurrency successfully reclaimed the $30,000 mark amid growing anticipation around potential exchange-traded fund approvals. In addition, Kiyosaki also expressed bullish views on gold and silver, since his predictions extend beyond the cryptocurrency space. He anticipates gold breaking the $2,100 threshold soon and eventually reaching a staggering $3,700. In the same vein, he forecasts silver leaping from its current $23 range to $68 per ounce. The market seemed to agree with this sentiment, with gold nearing the $2,000 mark, largely triggered by safe haven buying. Also, a new report from Matrix Port has highlighted the chances of Bitcoin hitting a price of $56,000 in the long term. This prediction hinges on the chances for a potential approval of this Bitcoin SPY ETF approval from investment banking giant BlackRock. While the report defines and pegs a conservative estimate at $42,000, it believes with an inflow of about $50 billion from registered investment advisors that may embrace the BlackRock iShares ETF offering. The leading digital currency could jump as high as $56,000. For the longest time, BlackRock's influence in the Bitcoin ETF race has been marked as a game changer and a major catalyst that will make the SEC approve the ETF product faster. Notably, the narrative concerning the securities product is changing, because the market regulator failed to appeal the court's ruling on the proposed conversion of Grayscale's Bitcoin Trust to an active ETF. According to many market proponents, the failure of appealing the ruling is an indication of the SEC's changing stance, thus reinforcing the prediction that the odds of scoring a Bitcoin SPY ETF approval this year are in fact high. Besides Matrix Port, many other market experts have stepped up to present their forecasts for Bitcoin for the foreseeable future. For some time now, Cardano has not been making any waves. There were reports about its performance, but it seems like the normal norm. This is partly because the Cardano founder, Charles Hoskinson, has been involved with many non-Cardano stuff lately. The clash with the XRP community, talks about CBDCs, and so on, do not capture interest of Cardano investors. Or maybe not. Last month, comments by the crypto lawyer John Deaton triggered an Ethereum Gate Twitter storm, and there was a burst of conspiracy theory. In response to wild online allegations, Charles Hoskinson, one of Ethereum's co-founders, dismissed Deaton's more extreme claims. Matters concerning Ethereum Gate erupted after the prominent crypto lawyer John Deaton implied that Ethereum's founders may have engaged in shady backroom deals with the US Securities and Exchange Commission. According to Deaton and other Ethereum Gate conspiracy theorists, the Ethereum co-founder Joseph Lubin secretly met SEC officials around the time of the Ethereum initial coin offering. Based on these supposed contacts, the SEC allegedly agreed to the classification it has stuck to for many years. Notably, Bitcoin and Ethereum are decentralized enough to exempt them from the US securities laws. Meanwhile, the SEC seems to have designated Ripple's XRP and similar tokens as fair game for enforcement. Commenting on the Ethereum Gate charges, Hoskinson dismissed the idea that Ethereum's founders engaged in any kind of conspiracy with the SEC. However, he didn't attempt to justify the apparent double standard that fuels speculation the SEC granted Ethereum preferential treatment. He said, "I've always believed that when Ethereum was in an $18 million ICO and very few people were doing them, the SEC decided to ignore it, and crypto, and they got lucky to be too old to consider after the Eye of Sauron moved over, personal relationships and backrooms." Hoskinson suggested that Ethereum simply got lucky. Its ICO slipped under the regulatory radar, and by the time the SEC started the crypto crackdown, it was too old to be considered, according to Hoskinson. Although Hoskinson denied that the Ethereum founders inappropriately influenced the SEC policy, he said that personal relations and backroom stuff likely played a role. To justify such backroom lobbying, he added that it happens every day, comparing Ethereum's efforts with tactics used by businesses across different industries. A user identified as XRP Nurse tweeted, "It happens every day with BlackRock, Chase, Goldman Sachs, Big Pharma, Natellox, and defense industry, and many others." In other words, hashtag Ethereum should be okay to get the pass from the SEC without any justification for the rest. What a biased way to cope. Despite Hoskinson's attempt to suppress the Ethereum Gate conspiracy theory, comments on his post point to a prevailing sense of injustice among XRP supporters. "This was always about control. You can feel for us all you want, but this was a war on Ripple and hashtag XRP being a threat to Ethereum," a user argued. Now, the situation has become worse. Hoskinson had stirred the XRP's hornet's nest on X by poking fun at bribery claims by Ethereum to the SEC. As whispers around Ethereum Gate grew louder in the XRP community, Hoskinson waded into the matter armed with jokes in an attempt to rattle enthusiasts. "You know, my favorite part about the holidays is kicking XRP's Ethereum Gate hornet's nest with easy-to-meme soundbites connected to mostly ignored nuanced points. It's like the first snow of winter," he said. Certain selections of the XRP community alleged that Ethereum may have bribed the SEC to look away, leading to the refusal of the securities watchdog to designate the asset as a security. On the other hand, the SEC's decision to tag XRP tokens as securities kickstarted a lengthy legal battle that experts say impeded XRP's ability to reach its full potential. XRP enthusiasts did not take Hoskinson's jibes lightly, as they fired their salvos at the Cardano founder. They retorted with memes claiming that Hoskinson may have played a role in the alleged Ethereum bribery of the SEC. "It would be a huge plot twist to see you mixed up in all of this. Maybe that is why you turn a blind eye to what is in front of you. These Twitter sleuths are not playing around." Hoskinson went on to describe Ethereum Gate as mere conspiracies, citing the near impossibility of Ethereum bribing the SEC to witch hunt XRP. He pointed out that XRP did not dabble in smart contracts and is not a direct competitor to Ethereum, making the theory highly unlikely. Furthermore, Hoskinson described the SEC's handling of Ethereum as favoritism at best, as he pointed out that none of the activity presupposes corruption. Ripple's CTO David Schwartz lashed out against Hoskinson's submission, stating that the SEC's action amounted to a clear case of corruption. "I would argue that a government actor showing favoritism aligned with the personal interests of themselves and their friends is corruption," Schwartz tweeted on X. As noted, these are non-Cardano stuff, but since the Cardano founder is connected to them, we think that is definitely worth bringing up. Anyways, we will keep watching ADA's performance. And that's going to do it for today's video. Make sure you click on the subscribe and notification buttons, and we'll see you in the next video.